everybody, I'm Beeps Kelly. Welcome back to another fashion edition. Let's take a look at some of Catherine, Princess of Wales's fabulous outfits lately. She has been looking stunning. And one of my favorite outfits I have seen her in lately, like all together, actually two of the favorite outfits I've seen her in the last several years, happened during the French state visit. I have always really liked Dior. I think they're beautiful, classic, timeless. I like that sort of thing with clothing. I like having fewer, better quality garments that are going to last. A little bit more of a classic style is something I quite like. Reduces the chances that years down the road you'll look at pictures and be like, oh my God, what was I thinking? What was I wearing? I think those classic and timeless styles have a greater appeal. And I really, really appreciate that. And Dior is masterful with that. And Catherine wore Dior for the first time ever at the French state visit to welcome President Emmanuel Macron to the UK. She wore a tulle skirt and tailored jacket in a soft ballerina pink hue, which looked absolutely beautiful. It complemented her brunette hair. It looked gorgeous. She paired it with pearl jewelry and a bow-topped hat, which just created this very feminine, very beautiful look overall, and had that gorgeous classic silhouette that's just flattering and enhances her figure. It defined her waist nicely. It was monochromes. It was streamlined and simple. It's just beautiful. And she looked so pretty. It was like a dainty finish to have that hat, and her hair looked like it was half up under there, which was just beautiful because it pulled it away from the face just a tad, completed the look with that sort of feminine approach. It was just a beautiful, beautiful option. By choosing Dior for the first time, it was significant for her in terms of her fashion career, if you could call it that, but it also honored her guests because Dior is a French fashion label, so it was a really nice touch. And this is the type of little details of soft diplomacy and to show your thoughtfulness. And what's so lovely about Catherine's approach to what she wears is it always feels intentional. And to sort of save wearing Dior for the first time for an occasion like this, for a French state visit, is perfect. It's so smart. It's so thoughtful. It's so intentional. And everything about this outfit looks intentional. You can see the tailoring is absolutely impeccable. Look how her sleeves are the exact right length. The skirt is a perfect length. The shoes blend perfectly with the whole outfit. The entire thing is just spectacular. Even the placement of the pearls, the 3-strand pearl necklace, is at the exact right location to create balance here. Every detail of this looked spectacular. This is a single-breasted jacket that features notched lapels and slit pockets positioned to highlight the waist, as well as a slight flare at the hip, which is very balancing to her figure. Especially when wearing a structured jacket, Catherine benefits from a little bit more visual weight added to the hip, either through a skirt that's a little bit fuller, like this one, or through the jacket having just a little bit of an almost sculpted element from the waist down to the hip. The came through perfect tailoring, but also due to the structure of the garment itself. It's made from a lightweight blend of silk and wool, lined with silk as well, which will help it be a little bit less hot in the heat. And it would appear that she got it in a custom blush hue because on their website, you can buy it in white, purple, black, or plum. So it looks like this is a little bit of a custom piece for her. The skirt, also by Dior, is the tulle pleated midi skirt, which creates so much movement, adds a little texture in there, and it makes it all feel modern, as opposed to like a classic pencil skirt. Not that she can't pull off a pencil skirt, but I feel like this is a more modern choice. It has more movement to it, more flow to it, and since she is tall, she doesn't get overwhelmed by that amount of volume, and it doesn't make her legs look, short and stubby the way it might. If you're really petite, a midi skirt like this can be a little overwhelming or shorten your legs a little bit too much with that A-line silhouette and whatnot. On Catherine, it cut a very elegant line and it looked modern and fresh and youthful to have that style of skirt paired up with that blazer with something a little bit more fresh. And then that hat, my absolute favorite hat there, and the way she styled her hair with it just looked so beautiful and feminine and girly. I loved it. I would wear it. I would wear this outfit. It's gorgeous. Especially with the top layer having that visible diamond patterned mesh. Really, really modern take on a more formal or professional sort of a look. And she's been doing a lot of these sorts of skirts lately. The amount of fabric in the skirts paired up with a lighter fabric, like this one being lined with silk, can really, really help keep cool as well. So they're a strategic choice as well compared to like a pencil skirt. A little bit less movement in there can be a little bit more hot in the summer months. So something that's got more fabric seems counterintuitive at first, but really it's about the flow. It creates more airflow around your legs and allows you to feel more cool when you have something with a little bit more fabric involved that's a little bit more swishy. She wore Princess Diana's elegant pearl drop earrings, which she has worn often. And this necklace appears to be one of Queen Elizabeth's 3-strand pearl necklaces that she inherited from Queen Elizabeth. This one looks shorter than the one that was confirmed to be Queen Elizabeth's heirloom. However, she could have had it adjusted to have an adjustable chain at the back so that she could wear it shorter or longer, which would make sense and be smart so that you can place it in the right location depending on your outfit and your neckline. And her hat is a bespoke version of the Rita style hat, a modern take on a classic boater hat, made custom to match her outfit. Stunning. One of my favorites I've seen her in a long time. Part of it is just because it's Dior and the tailoring is perfect and the silhouette is gorgeous. But more so because this is such a beautiful, girly, feminine look that is still modern and polished and perfectly appropriate for the occasion. Then, for the state banquet, another one of my favorite things I've ever seen her wear. This is gorgeous. For the state banquet at Windsor Castle, she looked amazing, especially alongside William here. What a beautiful, beautiful showing. This is the first time we've seen her at a state banquet in a long time. What is it? Since 2023. And she chose a deep red flowing evening gown with gathering on the bodice, a waistband, and a multi-layered, softly pleated skirt in this sort of sheer cape sleeves. Gorgeous. Beautiful. The swishiness, the flowiness of the fabrics that she's been wearing lately are so feminine, so gorgeous. They feel so her. They feel very true to her style. A little bit of delicateness in there. And then she's been wearing her hair down with gorgeous soft curls that complement it as well. Of course, wearing her favorite tiara. Let's look a little closer at her look here. She commissioned this piece from Sarah Burton, who used to work as creative director for Alexander McQueen, but now heads the French haute couture house Givenchy, which meant it was the perfect choice for the French state banquet, designed by a British woman for a French fashion house. And it was perfectly coordinated with the First Lady, Miss Macron, wearing blue, and Queen Camilla wearing white, and Catherine in red. The symbolism was perfect. This fabric is lightweight, airy, and has a beautiful drape that just has excellent flow to it and movement. She also brought along a red clutch embroidered with lily of the valley flowers, which is seen as a good luck symbol in France. She, of course, was wearing the lover's knot tiara for the banquet. This is, of course, her go-to tiara, and it suits her so well. She doesn't look like she's playing dress up when she's wearing it. It suits her well. It looks perfect. It's beautiful. And it's probably because they have to fit them to the wearer, it probably is one that's a little bit more comfortable as well. Must have a good fit to it. She paired it with the Greville chandelier earrings, which were made by Cartier, another French brand. So as you can see, every single detail of her outfit, every single piece that she had on, every single thing that she wore was steeped in symbolism. This is that intention behind everything that she wears. It doesn't just fit perfectly and look lovely on her and a good style choice, but it has symbolism. It was worn on purpose. It was chosen on purpose. Perfection. You can't deny how wonderful that is and how beautiful it is to see somebody using their platform to really show respect to their guests and to the occasion that they are there for. It sends a wonderful message. Even if you don't notice them right off the bat, it says a lot about her character that she takes the time to put together an outfit that has details that support the mission of the day or the purpose of the day, so that it's not just her words or her presence that is there that is enough, but rather she's showing that she respects the fact that she's there and she respects her duties there and that she respects the occasion itself enough to put a lot of thought into it all and have layer upon layer of symbolism. It's a wonderful, wonderful approach and something that will earn her respect in the long run as well. She also wore this pale blue sash with the Maltese cross and star medallion to signify that she is a Dame Grand Cross of the Royal Victorian Order, one of the most senior honors in the British honors system. Queen Elizabeth II personally invested Kate into the order in 2019, which is a recognition granted at the sovereign's discretion for personal service to the monarch. Pinned onto the sash were 2 royal family orders, special honors bestowed by the reigning monarch to female members of the royal family, typically in recognition of dedicated service and support. The yellow ribbon is the Royal Family Order of Queen Elizabeth II, awarded to Kate in 2017, which she has worn regularly for state occasions ever since. And in a debut moment, the blue ribbon is the Royal Family Order of King Charles III. And the small rosette pin is the French National Order of Merit, a senior French state honor awarded to Kate by President Emmanuel Macron during his state visit. But this dress, absolutely fabulous. Notice how the waistband is a little bit lower on her waist, which is perfect for reining in the waist. You want to typically, if you're going to do a belt, to define your waist, you want to put it at the lowest point of the thinnest part of your waist. So for Catherine, she has quite a bit of space where her waist is the thinnest. And so placing the belt at the lowest point of that, it kind of elongates the upper portion of her torso before the skirt begins, which she can get away with because she is quite tall. If you're short torsoed, you want to be especially careful to make sure that that waistband and belt is as thin as possible and as low as you possibly can get it so that it doesn't accentuate the shortness of your torso or forego a belt. These capelet sleeves are absolutely stunning. It allowed her to have a dress design that was almost sleeveless, but still elegant and appropriate for a dinner occasion because these sheer sleeves are going to be lightweight and cool while she sits for this state dinner without it being like an actually sleeveless dress, which would not be appropriate etiquette. I thought overall this look was absolutely stunning and beautiful, and once again, very, very feminine, very, very gorgeous, just beautiful and regal and elegant. And she looks beautiful in this rosy red. Gorgeous. In another absolutely beautiful moment, I love this hat, I love this ensemble. She wore this creamy white outfit for a Garter Day. Absolutely love it. Another very similar hat to the one that she wore for the French state visit with her Dior outfit. But this is the cream self-portrait blazer dress that she has worn a few other times. I think this is maybe her 3rd or 4th time of wearing it. But it is a long-sleeved ivory dress that features a fitted boucle tweed blazer-style top that's attached to a flowing pleated chiffon skirt, finished with a scalloped lace trim. It's got a little bit of a sheer portion below the knee, which is an absolutely beautiful way to keep things airy, light, modern, and very on-trend. She's doing a wonderful job of taking the polish and power that a blazer has in being the right sort of a choice when it comes to the fashions of the moment, and modernizing it and pushing it forward a little bit by switching from the sort of traditional choice of a just trousers or a pencil skirt or a more simple skirt to something more pleated and flowy and feminine. And I absolutely love it. I'm obsessed with this choice that she's been making lately, and she's been inching towards it for years now. It's a great option, and self-portrait is definitely kind of prolifically making these styles and these silhouettes, but it just suits her so well. And for her role, it's a wonderful choice. It's a great way to balance needing that professional sort of structure of a blazer that shows a little bit more of an appropriate choice with something a little bit more flowy, perhaps a little bit more comfortable in the heat, and a little bit more feminine, which she clearly likes dressing with a feminine touch. And it looks like this hat is a bespoke design by Sean Barrett. An asymmetrical design with a pronounced downturned brim topped with a decorative bow trim. And I love the size of this. This is a fabulous hat. And again, with the half up hairstyle, I think it's great that she's been doing that now. She's been wearing her hair down a lot more lately, which again, I think is perfect for her. It feels like it suits her. We all know that she and William like when she wears her hair down. It's been rumored that William prefers it when she wears her hair down, and she likes to wear her hair down. She's wearing a necklace with 5 rows of vintage pearls in graduating sizes, secured with Swarovski crystal embellished clasps, which she has previously worn, and Renaissance Revival earrings by Susan Kaplan. Beautiful outfit, well put together, and I love the pictures from this day. She always gets the giggles watching William in his feathered fancy hat. Now let's take a look at Trooping the Color. This was a beautiful option. The family looked gorgeously coordinated. Absolutely love it. The hat, again, one of my favorites. I've been loving her hat choices lately. They are fantastic. This was a little bit more structured with the cuffs and the asymmetrical lapel. It brought forth something a little bit more modern and definitely more suited to Trooping the Color than something a little bit softer. I quite like this option here. But this teal hue was definitely a departure for her. She usually wears soft pastels or ivory or even pale blue to the event, but this year she went for a real bright color here, which actually matches, or is a very close match to the aquamarine shade of the Irish Guards. This coat dress is the Bria style on the Catherine Walker website, with a sharp double-breasted front and single lapel, a nipped-in waist, which always does her favors, a mandarin collar, and a sweeping skirt. The crisp ivory detailing along the cuff and piping offers a wonderful contrast and creates a sharp look to the garment. What was your favorite outfit that you've seen her in recently? Thank you for joining me for today's fashion edition. I sincerely hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a happy day ahead. Bye!